Did you know that emotional stress can greatly contribute to problems behind your esophagus? Stay tuned to find out more. Hi, everyone. My name is Evette Rose, founder of Metaphysical Anatomy Technique, which is a gentle healing technique that's designed to help you to improve your quality of life, to shift anxiety, depression, challenges that you might be having, self-sabotage, secondary gains, procrastination, fear of success. And the great thing about it is that you don't have to talk about the past or even to relive any aspect of that. And also, you don't need to remember the root causes as to why you feel the way that you do. So you can find out so much more at evetterose.com. Find me there. I'm always up to something. And to remember to also subscribe here to my channel, hit the notifications bar so that you can stay up to date with my latest notifications of research as well. So guys, welcome to today's topic, which I'm going to be talking a little bit about, esophageal problems and the stress behind that, but also explore some psychosomatic emotional stress as well. Because as I've come to learn in my research is that emotional stress can greatly exacerbate, if not even trigger, certain ailments that we start to have in our life. So let's first of all look at what is the esophagus, because this is a muscular tube that carries food in liquid from your mouth to the stomach. And you might not actually even be aware of your esophagus until you actually swallow, especially something too large or something that's really hot or something that's really, really cold. And you might also notice when something, of course, is wrong. Now, you might also feel that you have pain there, maybe you have trouble swallowing. And the most common problem of esophagus is Gerd, which is a gastroesophageal reflux disease. Now, with Gerd, a muscle at the end of your esophagus does not close properly. And this actually allows the stomach content now to leak back or efflux, now also into the esophagus and now irritating it. So common signs and symptoms of GERD could, for example, be like a burning sensation in your chest, especially after eating as well. And at nighttime, it also can become worse. You might have chest pain. You might have difficulty swallowing. You might feel that there's regurgitation of food or sour liquid as well. You might have like a sensation or a lump in your throat as well. And if you also have a nightmare, you might actually experience this reflux in your sleep as well, which actually also already is starting to move into my point of saying and expressing how emotions, even though you're subconsciously, like you're actually unconscious, you're sleeping, even how emotions in your dreams can have such a tremendous effect on the physical body. Now, other symptoms could also be maybe a chronic cough. You might have laryngitis. You might have new or worsening asthma as well, or even disrupted sleep. Now, over time, GERD can actually cause damage to the esophagus. And other problems then can include, for example, heartburn. And the absolute worst case scenario is cancer. Now, remember, stress affects the esophagus. And also, a previous study actually demonstrated that intravenous CRH administration enhanced esophageal sensitivity to mechanical distension, increased esophageal contractibility, and also decreased the LES, the relaxation, therefore improving esophagus bolus clearance. And Yu Kuyun Ku, in his research, he actually stated that stress exasperates heartburn, right? It exasperates heartburn and symptoms in the gastroesophagus reflux disease in GERD. And patients also had, for example, effects such as visceral sensitivity. Now, the mechanism of visceral hypersensitivity in the functional gastrointestinal disorders and also the functional heartburn remains unclear. However, in the involvement now of stress in relation to the esophageal sensitivity has also been reported. And it has also been demonstrated that GERD patients who were exposed to acute auditory stress experience increased level of heartburn induced by the intraesophageal acid perfusion. And now the stress from the disturbed sleep has also been shown to cause similar esophageal hypersensitivity. And in 1993, researchers actually published a study about a source where people with acid reflux who were anxious and stressed reported having more painful symptoms related to acid reflux, but no one showed an increase in gastric acid. And another study from 2008 actually added further support to this idea when the researchers exposed people with GERD to stressful noise, and that they also found it increased their symptoms by making them more sensitive to acid exposure. Now, a more recent study actually published in Internal Medicine, they interviewed 2,000, almost 2,000 people with GERD, and they found that nearly half reported that stress is the biggest factor that actually worsened their symptoms, even when they were on medication. Now, there's 5 common mistakes to avoid also managing GERD symptoms, and that is to ignore how and when your eating habits flares it up, not drinking enough water, eating too much fat, and also not getting enough fiber, and over-consuming medicine as well. Now, there's also a point where they made that, there are certain adopting coping strategies and techniques that you can also incorporate into your life to help you to manage this situation much better. And one of them is to exercise, because it helps to loosen up tight muscles. And for example, if you're sitting a lot, it can create a lot of feel-good hormones for you to start to move a little bit as well. And also avoid trigger foods, because this is particularly important if you're under stress, and you're more likely to, of course, now be sensitive to heartburn. Get enough sleep as well, because sleep deprivation can actually make you more sensitive to anxiety and also irritants from your environment, maybe through auditory noise or people just annoying you, maybe circumstances as well. Another point also here is that you can practice relaxation techniques, like try out, guided healing meditations, or also just practice some self-healing techniques and tools that you can apply to improve your quality of life. And also another one is to learn to say no, because this will be less stress then on you. There will be less demands made on you as well. And another one is laugh. Laughter is so good. I love going to stand-up comedies. It is such good medicine for the soul to laugh a little bit and to just decompress as well. And if you have a pet as well, spend time with your pet or spend time with animals as well, because they do have a very beautiful calming effect on our psyche as well. And so just for those of you who are familiar with my work, and if you're not, you will be now. I wrote a book called Metaphysical Anatomy, which is a book about 679 medical ailments. And I also talk about the emotional stress that we all collectively share behind certain ailments. And esophagus is also, of course, in here and one of many. So here I'm going to show and explain to you now. I mean, it's over almost 2 pages here. And here, what I've noticed also with people who have problems with the esophagus and with GERD, normally there's something that happened in your life that you feel or that you felt extremely powerless to. Very, very powerless to it. No boundaries towards it. And normally it's someone that has an authoritative figure or a very influential role in your life that caused you to maybe feel this way. And because of this powerless cycle that you've now maybe been struggling with, it's actually caused you to feel that I can't find my power. I can't find my strength. I have to fight for my power. I have to fight for my strength. I have to fight for my boundaries. It's almost like there's a part of it that probably learned to rebel against what it is that people want to project onto you. Maybe it's expectations as well. But at the end of the day, whatever it is that you want or need in life or to create is not done with ease and grace. There's a lot of stress involved because there's a feeling of deprivation, or there's a feeling of it's going to be taken away from me. And normally what happens is that this means that there's normally a dynamic in your life that was meant to be very loving, very supportive, but it felt also very unhealthy. It can maybe be an abusive mother or father figure, or maybe there was too much love and you felt overly suffocated and controlled by it, even though the intentions were good. The way that it made you feel was not good or positive. So, and just some aspects, because I wrote the books already, know a lot about this in my head already. But even if we just look at here and just one of the paragraphs here, you've become stagnant and stuck in your circumstances and you feel that there is no way out. You're trying your best to be strong in conversation and social gatherings while struggling to fit in. You've been dictated to for far too long and you are tired of swallowing others' demands, opinions, and judgments. So here it's about showing you to help you to get your opinion, to stand strong in your opinion, but without having to fight for it. To just know that you can just have it, that you can gracefully also just express it and convey it, because ultimately it is an expression of you, your identity, and who you are. And who you are matters. It's important. So guys, there you have it. Thank you for joining me. Remember to subscribe, hit the notification bar, and also find me at evetterose.com. See what I'm up to next and join me there. Would love to meet you and to also live interact. And until next time, be the light that you are.
Thank you for watching this video, and I'm sure that you learned a lot. So guys, subscribe to my channel here and also hit the notifications bar, and so that you can get notified every time when I upload a new video. So guys, also remember to share the video and also look out for courses that I have below in the description bar. And until next time, be the light that you are.